Okay. Hi everyone. So two things. One, I am in a different setting because I am house sitting for a family member right now, so that's why I am in a different room than my normal story time setting. Also, I have a new haircut. It doesn't have that much product in it, that's why it looks a little janky right now. It's a mullet, obviously. But yeah, no, honestly, like when it's all done and everything and like with my product, I like it a lot. I definitely am getting used to it. But anyways, so this story time is kind of just sprung upon me to talk about because it kind of just happened in a way. By the title, you might be like, okay, what the fuck are you doing, Jose? But let me tell you, in no way, shape, or form am I telling you to go find this person and go attack them or anything. Even though I wouldn't put it past you, but also I'm not telling you to do that. Take that how you want to. But I will say that this is not something I'm joking about. This is just something that I feel like it was interesting to talk about because I know this person, or I knew this person. But anyways, so if you didn't read the title, I went to high school with a pedophile. That's so fun. And I also dated him in freshman year. So let me set the scene for you. So how I knew this person, like I said, it was my freshman year of high school, and I didn't really have any friends at all. And this was still the time where like it was like remote learning sort of. So I was in my house for most of it. But how my school worked, you would have certain days if you wanted to come into school. Like there would be like a group A and a group B and like whatever, you know. But basically, sorry, if I'm looking over here, it's because there's a mirror behind the camera, so that's why. So basically, like, it was very, you know, just scheduled for each group to come into school. And I had a gym class with this person, and, you know, they were super sweet. Like, you know, at first they were really nice, you know, they weren't weird or anything, and we had a lot in common, actually. We liked the same shows, we bonded over Steven Universe, which I love Steven Universe. I literally have a Steven Universe tattoo. Right here, I love Steven Universe, oh my god. So yeah, we bonded like really fairly quickly, and a lot of the time in gym class, we would just kind of fuck around and just like talk shit about things, like not about people, just talk shit, I don't know. And you know, we would always pick each other for partners and you know, stuff like that. And it never really like went any further than that. Like we never really hung out like outside of school or anything, just because like people were kind of still paranoid about the whole COVID situation. So that's one part. But when things started to get a little bit more like, not flirty, but like a little bit more like, just a little bit more, I don't even know how to say this. I don't want to say the word romantic because it was not at all. I was a child. I don't know. So yeah, I spent spring break at my cousin's house. And throughout that whole week that I was spending that spring break at her house, I was texting this person. You know, we were texting all the time, you know, Snapchatting each other, you know, sending each other the most cringiest fucking snaps ever in the fucking world. And if I can find them, maybe I'll put them in. I probably won't, honestly, because most of them might have their face in it, so. But anyway. Yeah. So yeah, no, like I said, like we bonded like fairly quickly. We were on the phone too for like a fairly long time, just like talking and like talking about, you know, just our school. Because I never met this person before in my life. I've only just met them in high school. I remember we were on the phone for like 4 hours, like just talking about Steven Universe, like constantly. I keep bringing that up because like I remember that was just the number one thing we bonded over so quickly. And yeah, we just like, it was fun to just get to like, you know, tweak out over like a show that we both love. But anyway, yeah, we really just like didn't have a lot in common, but like we had most like hobbies and stuff like that in common. So yeah, when things started to get a little bit more like I'll just say cringe. When things start getting a little bit more cringe, you know, we would talk a lot more, text a lot more, you know, stuff like that. And when the spring break was over and I came back to school, I remember I was telling them like, yeah, I'm so excited to see you. I can't wait to hang out in school. And you know, things went on for like pretty good amount of time. let's just say, I'll put it in the most like PG way possible. There was a point where me and this person where we just got a little bit too comfortable with each other. If you get what I'm trying to say here. And what I mean by that is it was all virtual. That's all I'm gonna say. Because of that, I think it made things a little weirder because of the aftermath of that. So because of everything that happened between me and this person, we just kind of mutually just talked about it, and we just were like, okay, yeah, maybe this would not work. Just because, like, also we were children, like, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. It was still quarantine-ish. We were still just like, I don't know, just fucking around. But even though we were doing all that, it was still just, you know, we just thought we'd be better off as friends. But later on, like a year afterwards, I find out through a friend who's no longer my friend. This person that I was talking to freshman year had been talking about me to them. And they were just talking like all this shit, saying like, oh my god, yeah, like he used me. He never really liked me to begin with. I don't know why you're friends with him. Just blah, blah, fucking blah, all this bullshit. Now, obviously, I didn't take it that personal because, like I said, we were in freshman year. Like, we were still children, so that's why I didn't take it that personal. You know, but me, when I hear this, obviously, like, I'm just like, okay, well, that's kind of whack. And I remember, like, I reached out, just being like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I really hope we can just put it past this because I just feel like it was a long time ago and it was like our freshman year. And keep in mind, when I found all this out, it was still like senior year-ish, like the start of senior year of high school. Anyway, fast forward to this time now. Let me tell you, I was hanging out with a group of friends and we were all just like talking and whatever, just dropping a whole bunch of lore about each other's lives and just having a grand old time. And my friend, she tells me like, oh, do you remember blah, 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 like the person's name? And I'm like, yeah, why? And she was like, dude, have you seen the news? I'm like, what do you mean have I seen the news? And she's like, just look at this. And she shows me a whole article about this person being in jail because they found like a whole bunch of files of child, yeah, I don't know if I can say the word because I don't know if YouTube is going to be in my ass. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of files of that in their computer. Because according to the article, it said that they had been getting traces of those types of content traced back to that IP address that led to his house, which is to his computer. So we were all just like in shock, especially me, considering I literally technically did stuff with this person. So I'm like, oh, like, that's who that is. Okay. So obviously when I'm hearing about this, I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck? This is weird. Do I jump off a cliff now, or do I just douse my fucking self in fucking gasoline and light myself on fire? Because what the fuck? Or do I bathe in fucking bleach? Because, ew. Yeah, no. Obviously when I found this out, I didn't want to believe it, but then when I finally like scrolled and like looked through the article, I was like, okay, like this is not, yeah. No, it's crazy because like, especially like when you think about people like that like pedophiles or like everything like that, I'm just like, I just be thinking to myself like, what does your mom think about you now? Like, what does your dad or any of your family members? And this person had 2 younger siblings too. Like, what do they think about you now? You know what I mean? Like, you think about that stuff and you're just like, damn, like I really just like, I don't know what to say, honestly. It is really fucked up, like, knowing that, you know, people that you known, especially, like, in high school or whatever, even if you didn't know them for real, but you knew of them, it's like, damn, like, I went to school with this person, I walked hallways with this person, like, I knew this person's family, like, I knew what the shit that was going on, like, you know what I mean? Not saying that I knew every aspect of his life, but just knowing that I had interactions with him, like, in my time of living, just in general, like, it's weird and it's scary, because, like, damn, if I, like, think about it, if my friend was like that, and if I had, like, a little sister or, like, a little brother, and I brought them around the crib or anything, and they were, you know what I mean, like, you think about that stuff, and it's just really fucked up. they turned out to be a fucked up person, you know? Like, I really, honestly, I really have no sympathy for pedophiles, bro. Like, honestly, that within itself, that whole subject and everything is just such like a hard topic for people, or anyone to talk about. Even if, like, you know, you didn't know the person or you do know the person, it's just like a weird thing to talk about. Like, you know, like, yeah. But with this story, I was just like, damn, like, I probably want to talk about it because it's very interesting, because I really don't think that this should not go unspoken, especially because, like, that person still might be out there, because I don't know for sure. I didn't read anything else regarding their sentence or regarding their personal life. I don't really want nothing to do with that. All I know is that if this person even is in prison or not in prison, but yeah, that's really it. I don't know what else to say about this. Also, let me guys know what you think of this is so just on topic. I love how I'm talking about like serious shit, and then like later on I'm like, oh my god, like let me know what you think of, I don't know, it's so dumb. But deadass though, like let me guys know what you think about my hair, because honestly I'm still pretty like iffy about it. Whoa. I'm still pretty iffy about it because like it's very new. I've never had this hairstyle before in my life. I really only had like back in the day, like I've had like fucking like buzz cuts and like other ugly ass shit, and then I had my curly hair, my split dye, my long hair. My hair's gone through so many phases, but this is very like, you know, yeah. I'll probably consider this a story time slash update of my life, but not really, because there's nothing really that interesting going on around here. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Definitely more story times coming very soon. I know I said in the last vlog, but a lot has happened. Trust me, a lot has happened, and I will talk about it. And I'm gonna upload a little fun video I did with my friends after this. So you will see this video before I upload the fun video. But yeah. So anyway, okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye.